Alright guys, welcome back to the table. Jason here. You may recognize this setup, I'm fairly fond of it myself. This is from the Fury in the West game, and I've left it as is. And as warned, as predicted, the little Napoleonic miniatures did make their way to the table. I do have the 28mm Napoleonics that will work on this, although obviously it's a bit of a different look. I hadn't busted these out in a while, so I thought I would do so. So yeah, I have the commands and colors system that I'll be using for the most part. Me being me, it's not 100%. I have some additions and tweaks that I've done to make it more to my liking, but yeah, it's been a while since I played that, so there may be a bit of rust that falls off with the commands and colors part, and as I'm making up things as I go, because I'm sure I've forgotten and not taken into account all factors that I will run into through the game. What I've got set up is a Ligny, 16th of June, 1815. At least spatially they are set up as according to this scenario. I do have the windmill and the church and the towns all set up as required. I do not have the streams, hills, and woods set up as required. No biggie. We'll work through it. And you may also notice that these are Russian units. I don't have my Prussians finished yet. I do have the figures to do so for a Prussian army. I now have the paint to paint them. Just a can of gray spray paint is all that amounts to. And I have the bases to base them now. As Tropical Storm Cristobal is knocking on the door, it's been raining most of yesterday, today. In fact, work has been canceled tomorrow in lieu of this storm. That's common practice here in the South. It's like our snow days down here whenever we get expected heavy storms. So snow day tomorrow, but won't be able to paint those as such in lieu of them. I've used the Russians, but we'll just have to think of them as Prussians. Use our imaginations here a little bit. I have already started. In fact, this is, I forget what number the take this is video-wise. I've run into a couple of cat puke issues and some other things where I've had to stop and start over. Would have considered doing this live, and I'm glad I didn't. It would have been a mess because of the issues I just explained. Also, that this phone camera still has issues when filming live. Now, I do have the webcam, which works like a charm, but that's hooked to the computer with a USB cord, which disallows it from reaching the game table proper. So, I think I'm going to try and find a USB, I guess you call it an extension cord, and use that in the future so I can do live stuff on the table. So that said, we have 5 command cards for the Prussians, 6 for the French. The Prussians start with 2 victory banners and the French 0. The magic number to win is 11. Again, I highly doubt we get that far. The camera filming will conk out as it has done in the past before we get that far, or I will conk out. Whichever happens first. We'll guarantee that this won't be finished on camera. So we can start it. As I said, I've already started a little bit of it. I pulled a forward card, which allows me to move 2 units on the right, 2 units on the middle, and 2 units on the left. Kind of a good catch-all card as the French start the opening moves. So I did that, 2 here, 2 here, and now I've got 2 left on the left. So again, if you notice me doing things incorrectly, that's because I'm making mistakes, or I've changed some things, and I will try and narrate to the best of my ability what is going on. So we have a light infantry unit here that will move up 1. Now, in the strictly commands and colors game system, they would in turn be able to fire at half strength, right? Well, in the changes I've come to bring with this, they're not going to be able to fire because they moved. That leaves these light cavalry. What is light? 1 to 3, I think, on the light cavalry. Where's all my charts? I've got charts and things all over the place. Set the Guinness down for 2 seconds. Then you can put it right back. Promise. Light cavalry. Light cavalry. Yep, 1 to 3. So if we go right here, we can maybe charge when they're activated the next turn. What do you think? Set them up for a future cavalry charge. How about that? Right down the hill. Nope, can't do that. There's a stream. Shoot. Never mind. Alright, so that's it for the Frenchies. Yes, I'm calling them Frenchies. Brings us here. New card drawn. Now we go to the Prussians. The last time I played this solo, which was a while ago, I drew randomly for the opposing player. I think that worked to their disadvantage. So I don't know if I'm going to do that again. Ooh. What is this? Take command any section. What is this card? Issue an order to 1 leader, and any section, leader and units in up to 3 adjacent linked contiguous hexes to the leader are ordered. A leader is attached to a unit, so long as the leader remains with the unit, that unit is also ordered. Let's see. Up to how many? And in or up to 3 adjacent linked. Also, I'm not using the Iron Will counters or the Tactician deck, which I considered using, so go ahead and judge me as you will. I'm going to stay back here, because the hanging back isn't doing anybody any good at this point. Let's try this. Would be 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This guy, what a heck of a card. 1, 2, 1, 2. Wow, this guy too, huh? This guy. This guy. Looks like everybody. It's a lot though. Lots of units moving here. So that should be it there. 1, 2, 3, yep. Alright. So who wants to go first? I don't see any light infantry, so I think other than the cavalry, everybody's going to move 1. What is the Grenadiers? Do the Grenadiers have a movement bonus? Nope. It's 1 as well, so let's go ahead and move all my 1s and then we'll switch to the cavalry. Line moving 1. No, he can't move. What am I doing? But he can, so he's going to go... No, we're good. He's going to go... There's his 1. So this line unit has moved to Wheatfield. You're done. Then we have rifles. Rifles move 1 as well, right? I don't think they get a bonus. Rifles? No, that's reserve infantry, Jesus. Yeah, that's 1. Well then, oh, that's militia. Okay, so yeah. 1 corner rifles. That's reserve infantry. Come on. 1. 1. I've got the air turned off because it's so loud, so that's why I look miserable. There, he's done, and then, so that's 1, 2. I know there's a stream there, but I'm saying he's moving. across the stream. This line unit needs to move up. There. And we shall join them. Jesus. That. And we have step on the power strip. Let's keep them right here. Another line unit moving up. You might say, hey, if you had a counter tray or unit tray, you could move them without individually moving them. Well, I'm in no hurry here. And then line. No, here. Right there. And this. Why doesn't he have? What is this? He's not marked. Who's that, huh? Why is he not marked? What's the window at? Well, that's interesting that for some reason these guys aren't marked. I'll have to determine who those are here in a second. They're going up one. And then we have these 3 cavalry units, which I believe it's 1, 2, or 3 hexes. Nope. Heavy cavalry is 1 or 2, right? And we're blocked movement wise, so we can only go 1. So heavy cavalry. And we have some lancers and some militia lancers. Both go 1 to 3. If you think you're getting up here, you're nuts. 1, 2, 3. I could do that, right? I could. No, you don't have enough to cross the stream. I'm not getting up there. Again, I have the camera on the cat tree, which I've moved over here. She's on the cat tree. So we'll see what happens with that. She tries to jump up here or knock the camera over. And these lancers, what are the lancers again? 1 to 3, right? Lancers, 1 to 3, yes. Let's do 1 to 2 and go 2. It's a little uneventful there, but again, they're not doing anybody any favors sitting in the back row. All right, now yeah, so I get a snow day tomorrow down in the south here. That's our snow days, our storm days, and as that storm is passing through, the city's decided to shut down tomorrow. replace that. And that brings us back to the French. I am sticking with the I go, you go. I could have switched that up as well and have it been random, but I'll stick with it. Back to the French. I would like to know who those guys are and why that's like that. Why did I not? What is going on? Who are you? You are who? We've got lines and lights and grenadiers. Are you a militia? You must be. Yep. It's a militia unit. Alright, so back to the French. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Let's do 2 down the center. We'll continue with the center here. 2 down the center. That would be this light. Let's use them. 2 down the center. Oh, 1, 2, 3. No. Let's move that. Alright, there's our 2. Line just moves 1, right? Yeah. Just 1. So he's going to move up somewhere here. That's his move. Take that away. Now we have this light infantry unit that can, because he moved last turn. He's going to fire this turn, right? So let's make that happen. Get all our modifiers together. Fire value is for a light infantry is +2. That's what I've determined. Let's start tallying these 2 for each gunner figure firing. Now that's going to be 2 because they're in column. That makes 4. And what? Nobody's supporting for each rank and target unit. They're in column as well. That's another 2. That makes 6. And then terrain. -1 makes 5. Why is it -1? Because these guys are in a pub. Alright, now we roll our die. Bless me again. What we got here? We got a 10. That makes 15. Very good, very good, very good. Draw a card. What is 15? -4 morale check. Now, problem with this is I haven't sussed out the morale stuff yet. I kind of forgot to do that. If you're going to be doing morale checks, you need to know the morale. Right? Right. Well, let's see. 6, 8, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 7. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. For purposes of this game, their morale is the number of stands +2 because it ranges from 4 to 8, so that puts a median of about 6 average. And most of these are 4 units. To get to 6, you'll need to add 2. That way I can still use the modifiers and the 10-sided die. Now, we're going to lose that 2 because it is well, we're going to lose 4 actually. But let's do this first. One step at a time. I don't want the horse before the cart. Yeah, actually I do. Let's see. Morale value is unit basic morale value, which I already said is a 6. Why is my nose running? Alright. For figure in the current is 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, gotcha. Nope. Nope, Now we roll die, so that's a 10. I think he's got this, but remember we have to subtract 4. So that's 20, which is 16. He's fine. You need 11 or higher. So nothing doing there. And as I'm playing this, I'm taking note of various things in my head that need to be kept track of because of the way I'm playing it. I guess I like to make things hard on myself. Alright, so that was the French, right? Got a new card. What's the new card? Fire and hold. Which allows me to issue an order to 4 or fewer infantry and or artillery units. Back to the Prussians. You know what? I gotta blow my nose here. Prussians. Most blowing break. Alright, Prussians. They have probe left flank, take command left flank, which allows you to issue an order 1 leader on the left flank, the leader and units, and up to, so that's okay. Really? Alright. That's another doozy of an order, but for the left flank. Attack right flank or attack left flank. Let's do that attack right flank. Oh, that allows me to issue order 3 units. Yeah. Which would be 1. That would, all right. So this guy is 1. And then we want to bring these guys up. 2 and 3. So let's bring them up now. And it's their right flank, not my right flank. Line is 1. Let's move 1. And then this guy here will move up. He must be militia too, because he's not identified. I think I ran out of markers for militia. We've got the cat watching the troops maneuver here. What do you think, lady? Be better if you could eat them, huh? I'm thinking I need to help. Man, there's a lot of what's going on here. Okay, all right. That's 3? Yeah. I'm just noticing more militia units than I remember, but it's correct. Just didn't realize how many there were until it came to using them. Well, let's see what a militia unit can do against the light cavalry, huh? Probably not much, but we'll give it a shot. All right, militia has, oh geez. So we're already at -1. That brings us to 3 per each stand. Let's see, cavalry is 1, so that's only a 4. Per each rank in the target unit, cavalry has 1 rank. No special terrain, yeah there is. Firing unit is behind a crest, so that's, no, the target is, so that's a 3. So now we're at 3, and we need to roll a die. We get 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 1 less than what we need, so they failed, but barely. Discard the card. Draw a new card, and they draw. Take command any section. Another one of those doozies. Now they have a couple of those, more or less. Back to the French. We have a bayonet charge. Four or fewer infantry units may move 2 hexes and still battle. Well, playing the way I'm playing, that would allow, I think that's a little generous, 2 hexes. I might allow 1 hex. I was thinking just adjacent units would benefit from that, but that's too restrictive. So if you're 1 hex away, that would be doable, which would mean these 2 would qualify, but that's just 2 units then that benefit from that card. Whereas we have a assault right flank, which is order a number of units or leaders on the right flank equal to command the number of cards held in your hand, including this card. Well, that's 6, right? Well, I'm using this. It allows me to move, fire, or melee 6 units. So that's what I'll do. Mark them as such, and that's on the right. Yep. 6. So that would be anybody here. Okay, 1. Gotta move these up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't like the way you're looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 6 seems like a lot, but I wish I could move more. Alright, so let's move. Light infantry unit is moving up. You know, they could fire. Why don't we fire? Let's fire them. Light infantry is +2. We have 2 stands, because they're in column. That makes 4. Nobody's supporting the target. Has this infantry in column. That's another 2. Add 6. That makes 6. And they are in a subtract 1 because they're in a pub. That makes 5. And 5 plus question mark 15. Roll a 10. The result is, ooh, remove a stand and disorder. I like it. I like it. Remove a stand and disorder. So another thing, the way I'm playing this is probably too slow. It's going to take forever, whereas you run through some heavy casualties in the commands and colors system. He's not routing, he's disordered. So let's use a yellow for disorder. Whereas this is a little bit slower in that respect. So there's that. Then we move this guy up. Question mark. Yes, this guy up. This guy up. Line. Just a little done lining. Another line. Move him up. Haven't had any melee yet, have we? I'm thinking I will allow the battle back rule during melee, which is not allowed in the Battles of Napoleon system. That'll make things a little interesting. I wonder why they only have a fire back. Now, if you can fire at somebody, if you can melee somebody and they can melee back, fine. If you can fire at somebody, they should also be able to fire back. So, I understand the rationale behind that. But I'm not the designer. The cat's looking real interested in this stuff up here. I don't think she typically is able to see what's going on up here. I hope I'm not piquing her interest or she'll be hopping up here. She's usually pretty good about not doing it. Right? Now we're down to these two. Heavy cavalry moves 2. 1. 2, but he's got that stupid stream, so he can only move 1. Stupid stream. Takes an extra move to cross the live stream. As it does for them, but when they can move 3, now it's 2, 1, 2. That's how we're working that. Those are light cavalry. They're on a diet. Alright, so there's that. That's it for the French. Lost my beer. Let's discard. Recard. Find my beer, check the time. Here's beer. Check the time here. We're still good. You guys still see everything, I think? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Prussian's turn. What are we gonna do here? Let's do 3 on the left. I just got a good feeling about this. To recover from disorder, they will do nothing. That's their action. 3 of these, so that'll be 1. So we'll move him. Definitely want to move this foot artillery up, and then we'll do some of the line unit here. Yeah? Yes. Make sure they're within command ability. So let's lose this disorder, and that'll be his action. Foot artillery's going to move up. I think it can do 2 and not battle, or 1 in battle. Where is it? Foot artillery, no, just 1. It's horse artillery that I'm thinking of, so that's just 1. Foot can only move 1 foot. Move him up. The Z foot. The artillery Z foot. Alright, got it? That leaves this line infantry unit who can fire the artillery, or they can fire at the line. Let's fire. No, it's these guys. What's wrong with me? Alright, well, they'll just fire straight ahead, see? What do you think? That is line, right? Yes. Line is no stat, just 0. And there's 2 of them since they're in column. We need to get people changing to line at this point, but alright. Makes that 4 because I'm in column as a target and nothing with the terrain. So 4 plus question mark is 6, and that's nothing. So that was the extent of that. They need to realign their rifles. They ain't hitting anything. Discard. cold steel. Back to the French. Let's get rid of one of these fire and hold orders. Issue an order to 4 or fewer infantry and or artillery units. And you get a modifier for that. Well, here's the deal, right? It doesn't say that it has to be in a particular section, so that could be anybody on here, all right? 4 or fewer infantry and or artillery units. You know, 1. Let's use red, it shows up better. 1, 2, 3. Lots of firing going on this time. Lots of firing. Let's do that. Alright, starting from right to left. We have this light infantry unit. Remember, they get a +1 bonus because of the card. Here we go. Light infantry has a +2 already for being light infantry. Add 2 for the front units firing, that makes 4. Add 1 for the card, makes 5. And then the target unit is in column, so we're going to add another 2, makes 7. -1 for being in a pub is 6. Now, 6 plus 1d10 is... Roll a 1, that's a 7, that's nothing. All that for nothing. Nothing. That's a drag. That's how it goes, I guess. Let's go with these guys. You know? Call me crazy, I'm not firing, I'm moving. What do you think of that? Coming for you. These guys are... You want to fire or do melee? Let's do melee. We haven't done that yet. We are in column. Alright, let's do it. Let's go. And there's light. Yeah, they should fire. Their modifiers are better for firing since they're light infantry. So, starting with a 2 for being light infantry. Add 2 makes 4. That is for the front rank firing. Target. +1 for each rank in the target. They're in column, that's another 2, makes 6. -1 for being in a pub. They're also in a pub, that's 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. Pull a card. What is 12? 12 is, ooh. Thought it was going to be a morale check. It is not. 12 is remove a stand in disorder. That's what you get. That's what you get. They're disordered. They just don't know what the heck's going on. I mean, they're so confused right now. That was the French turn. Fire and hold order. Draw a new card. What is it? Counterattack. Let's inventory the French cards at this point. We have fire and hold, another one. Probe right flank, cavalry charge, counter attack, scout left flank, and bayonet charge. 6 cards. Brings us to the Prussians. 5 cards. They have given the cold steel, take command any section, assault left flank, take command left flank, and probe left flank. Let's probe left flank. Did I do left flank last time? No, I have 1, 2, 3. I still don't want it. Let's move them up one more. Probe left flank, that's 2. I don't like. I want to get within better range before I start launching artillery around. Yeah, here and here. So let's move them up one. Foot artillery moves 1. There's 1. So now we're closing into some better range here. And then we got that line unit at the pub that's going to fire. Let's go ahead and do that. Line is 0, and then we go make that 2 for the front units firing. Nobody's supporting. For each rank and a target, that's 2 because they're in column, right? So that's 4 again. 4. No weird funky terrain stuff going on. So 4 plus 1d10. 4 is 8 is nothing. Not a damn thing. You need 11 or higher. That's what you want. 11 or higher is the name of the game. Attack right flank. That's what they get. Back to the French. Thinking about this cavalry charge card. Issue an order for a few cavalry or horse artillery units. I don't have any horse artillery. No, I don't. Just the cavalry. No. I got 2 there. 1 there, that's it. Just the 3. That's it. Yeah, I'm not going to use it because there's really nowhere. I mean, there's one guy here that could benefit, but I'm going to save that cavalry charge card. Bayonet charge, fire and hold. Let's do that again. Fire and hold for a few infantry or artillery with a +1. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 4. I'm going to take that church. I want that church. Alright, let's run through this right to left. Starting with the light is 2 for being light. Add 2 for being a column. That makes 4. Nobody's supporting. They're in column. That makes 6. But they're in a pub. That makes 5. Add 1d10. Ooh, 8. Is it 13? Draw a card. -2 morale check. -2 morale check. So they're at 4 minus 4 plus 2, so it's just 4. Five, 6, 7. With that's 5, because they're already, no, that's 7. So 7 plus 1d10 is, yeah, they passed it, so they're fine. Damn it, can't lodge them. Twice now, I've come up empty the last 2 tries there. Let's try something different here. Let's go both of these. Use one as support. Support allows you to get another +2. So, light, let's use him as the main firing unit. That's +2. 2 front units firing is 4. At them makes 6. 5 because they're in a building. +1 because of the card makes 6 again. +2 for support is 8. And I think I've covered it. Yes, 8 plus 1d10. That's 15. Very nice, very nice. Here's what we get. We're going to remove a stand. Got that? We're gonna disorder them. There we go. And they're gonna retreat. Ooh, they're gonna retreat. You know what? You know what? You know what? Since they retreated, check this out. That means I can take this town by advancing after combat. Yeah, that's right. Let's advance with this light. Very cool. We just gained 3 victory points, right? It's 3 for the French, 2 for the Prussians. Let me verify that. But I think that just gave us 3 victory points, right? 2, yep, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're 3-2. Prussians have 2. And we have this guy here, this light infantry unit, also a 2. Add 2 for the front units firing is 4. You know what? I'm switching formation at this point. I can do that. They're going to go to line. Now we're really going to do some damage here. But that's my action then. Well, that'll benefit me next time. But I needed to go to line, so there's that. Discard to card. And I drew a assault left flank. Alright, so it's the Prussians' turn. I think what I'm going to do is make this the last turn because I'm on fire. What do they have? I'm working on the right flank here. 3, attack right flank. I don't know what one's going to do. He's going to recover from disorder there. 1. Let's move him up 2. And move this foot artillery up 3. So, movement 1. There we go. There's that. Light cavalry moves 1 to 3. Does it not? It does. 1 to 3, so that's 1, 2. No, here. Yep. 1, 2, 3. What about that? Right down the gullet goes the light cavalry. And again, what am I using these red, blue markers for? It helps me keep track of who moved, who didn't. It's easy to lose track of things here. He's going to recover from disorder. Boop. Back, welcome back. At this point, discard, it goes back to the French, and we're gonna cut it here, I think. turn. And, put that there to remind me it's the French turn. I think that's it. So what has happened? Well, not a whole lot. Pressuring, the French are pressuring the right here somewhat slowly. The guys in the church are holding tight. I mean, they've done great the last 2 attempts. Haven't lost a thing. The center is they're kind of butting heads, but I did manage to, as the French push up into that town with the light infantry unit, kind of a bulge effect here now. And then on the left, looks like the Prussians actually have the edge on the French left or their right. So we'll see what happens with that. That's where we're at. Again, victory points so far, 3 for the French, 2 for the Prussians. And casualties, the Prussians have lost 3 units, the French none. That's where we're at. So wasn't too bad. Probably not as smoothly as if I played the game the way it's supposed to be played, but enjoyable nonetheless. I like it. All right, I'm going to cut you guys loose. Cheers. Stay safe.